You want one of the highest rated sedans in the market with all the safety and technology features that a higher end manufacturer would have and a complete new redesigned look? Well, you get it with the new 2022 Honda Civic. Hi, I'm Justin Thompson here at Smail Honda in Greensburg, PA, here to take you on a test drive on the new 2022 Honda Civic sedan touring model. Let's check it out. So with the new 2022 Civic sedan, you see the new redesign in the front of the vehicle, so it has a complete new look on the outside. You have with the touring model the bumper sensors in the front, to the left and right of the Honda symbol, and down by the fog lamps on both sides. You have the new design on the headlamps there with the full LED headlamps, LED daytime running lights. You have the 18-inch aluminum alloy wheels. You got the painted spokes on there, the new design on the spokes as well. You do have the front mounted camera for your forward collision brake mitigation and your road departure mitigation, lane keep assist system, and your adaptive cruise control. Coming to the back of the vehicle, you're going to see the rear bumper sensors. We also have the Touring badging on there. And with the trunk, you have the Smart Pass keyless entry. As long as you have the key fob on you, you can hit the unlock button, pop the trunk open. You've got a nice deep trunk. Carpeted floor mats. You do have the ability to release the back seats. You have 60-40 split folding seats in the back. And you do have the spare tire underneath with the jack and tools in order to change the tire. You do have a funnel here. That's with the gas tank whenever you're filling up. Just to show you, there are no gas caps anymore in these vehicles. So at the pump, the gas station, you just put the pump in as regular. But if you ever had to add your own gasoline yourself, you must put the funnel in to here first before you pour the gasoline into the tank. Anytime the vehicle's locked up, that locks as well. You do have blind spot monitoring on both sides. This is something new that's with the Civic this year for 2022. They used to have the lane watch camera. They don't have that anymore. They have blind spot monitoring on both sides for the EX trim line and above. And the Smart Pass keyless entry allows you to walk up to the vehicle. So let's lock it up. As long as I have the key fob on me, I just put my hand through the handle. It'll unlock the door. When I'm done with my travels, all I do is hit the ridges on the top of the handle and that locks the vehicle up. You do have the ability to do an auto walk away locking function. So if you get in the habit of forgetting to lock your car or your hands are full, as long as you have the key fob on you and you walk away from the vehicle, it'll lock the vehicle automatically for you. The Smart Pass, you do have the remote start standard from the factory. All you do is hit the lock button once and hold this circular button down for a few seconds until you see your lights blink, then you can release the button. And it will blink 6 times in the front, side, and rear of the vehicle to ensure that it remote started. Within the first 10-minute run time, if you do the same pattern, lock and hold that button down until you see the lights blink 6 more times, you've now set it to 20 minutes. So you can have 2 10-minute run times for the remote start or 1 20-minute run time before you would have to physically get in and start the car up yourself. All right, guys, in the rear of the vehicle, just to show you, you have 2 fast charging ports, USB ports for cell phones. And when you're sitting in the back here, I actually have the seat adjusted to my height. I'm about 5'10", 5'11" on a good day. Sitting behind here, my legs are not pressed against the back of the seat. I have plenty of room back here. Do have a cup holder here as an armrest as well. So a lot of space back here. Some new things on the inside of the Civic are going to be how things are displayed, like the buttons and whatnot. This one, you have the off, door, and on button for the dome light in the back. So we'll just keep that on the center setting, on the door setting. But you can see even on the doors how the different trim level or the trim line, the accent pieces are all a little bit different with the new 2022 model this year. So the trunk release on the door is right here. All you do is hold that button down for a few seconds and it will release the back trunk. So it's in a different spot, just wanted to point that out. You also have it on the key fob, you have the trunk release there. As well as having the key fob on you, you have the trunk release buttons on the back of the trunk. It's right underneath the Honda symbol. Let's take us out on the road. So there's a lot that's new with the new 2022 Honda Civic. So inside, as you can see, the door is completely different with the different trim inlay here, the piano black trim on the door, that kind of like carbon fiber look almost to it on the buttons for the window and the power door locks, outside mirrors there. So the overall look inside is completely different. You can see the dash is different with the vents for the air conditioner and the heater. Everything's set up a little bit different. Everything on the touchscreen, you have a 9-inch touchscreen up here, so a little bigger touchscreen than in the past. And again, how everything is displayed digitally beyond the dash is also a little bit different here too. So the steering wheel setup is a little bit different as well. You're gonna have your volume controls and all your audio controls on the left-hand side, left and right to track between your presets, or if you have your iTunes or any Spotify, you can run through tracks left or right. Your volume control, and then this spins for your different media setup for like AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite. So whichever one you want to pick, you can just choose that and then hit the button in the middle and it will access that. The voice command button, this is for your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, to be able to contact anybody in your contacts list, text message hands-free, or even use your navigation on your phone up here on the touchscreen. With the Touring model and the Civic, you do have the standard navigation system. However, you can use your navigation system on your phone as well. On the right-hand side is going to be part of Honda Sensing. You're going to have lane keep assist system. That's this button right here. I just click that, and up on the dash, it's going to indicate underneath 0 miles an hour with the little steering wheel with the dotted lines that my lane keep assist system is ready to operate. It uses the windshield mounted camera to map out the lines on the road above 45 miles an hour. If I start to drift, it'll vibrate the wheel and just slightly pull me back into the lane. Over on the left-hand side of the dash down here, there's a few buttons. They're kind of hard to see. One has a P on it with a green light. That's your parking sensors for the front and the rear of the Civic. The one underneath it has an oval around the car. If you click on that, that brings up some of the other Honda Sensing features that you have. One being road departure mitigation, which will actually brake certain wheels to keep you on the road above 45 miles an hour. Kind of works hand in hand with your lane keep assist system. If you scroll down, you have blind spot info system. So on the outside of each mirror on the right and the left and the right hand side of the Civic, you're gonna have the little car icon. That'll blink orange when somebody's in your blind spot. If you don't notice that light and you have your turn signal on, it'll also beep inside of the cabin too for you. So they got rid of the lane watch camera with the Civic. So I know a lot of customers are gonna be disappointed about that, but now you have blind spot info on both sides. So where you only had it on the right-hand side with the lane watch camera. The next one down is your low speed braking control. So you have low speed follow with your adaptive cruise control in this vehicle as well. And that low speed braking control is used when you're backing up into a spot or moving forward. It will actually brake the vehicle going backwards as well. And collision mitigation braking system, that's your forward collision brake mitigation. If you don't notice a vehicle stopped in front of you and you don't brake the vehicle in time, it'll apply the brakes automatically for you. It's using that windshield mounted camera, calculating distance and speed. And again, if it senses an impact, it's gonna apply the brakes automatically for you. The button on the top part here, the little car with a little dial underneath it, that's your cruise control. And you click on that, and then your cruise control comes up. And that's adaptive cruise control as well, just like the other Civics. You can change the sensitivity level, the different following intervals with your adaptive cruise control. The Civics have what's called low speed follow as well with your adaptive cruise control. It'll actually brake the vehicle all the way down to 0 miles an hour without you touching the brakes at all. This is used for that heavy traffic situation. So if you're ever in heavy traffic and you're tired of hitting the brakes and the accelerator, it's just a great way to set the cruise control and basically steer your way through that really annoying heavy traffic. So with the 9-inch touchscreen up here, you're going to have similar tabs as the Civic and the older generation. But I just wanted to show you, this is new with newer vehicles. They had the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration wireless. So you don't have to plug your phone in anymore. I have my phone connected, Apple CarPlay, and here are all the supported applications on my phone up here on the touchscreen. With the Apple CarPlay and the Android Auto integration, you can do a long hold on the voice command button to bring up Siri or Google to contact anybody in your contacts list, text message hands-free, or even use any navigation app as your Navi system right here on the touchscreen. So long hold, bringing up Siri. Directions to Red Lobster.
One option I see is Red Lobster on US 30 East.
And I can choose which one, hit go. And I'm using my Apple Maps as a navigation system. So a couple things new with the 2022 Civic sedan is they have, with the Touring model especially, these drive modes here. And you can change between normal. If I push up, I can change to sport. And if I scroll all the way down, I can change to Econ, which is going to give me better fuel efficiency out on the highway on my longer trips. So normal, and then sport's just going to change up the gearing a little bit and make it more sporty. It does automatically disengage the idle engine shutoff because it knows that you want to be less fuel efficient, so it's not going to shut the engine off. This is equipped in normal mode to shut off the engine. If you don't like the idle engine shut off and the way it feels, you can disable it by hitting this button right here, and that's what that little A with the circle around it with the word off. You just click on it and it will turn the idle engine shut off, and it's disabled right now. There's a little indicator down here in the lower left hand corner indicating that it's off. So the engine won't stop when you're at a traffic light if you're stopped a lot. What that's designed to do is to save on fuel and the ozone layer, so you're not pumping out exhaust whenever you're just sitting at a traffic light. You have the electronic emergency brake. You lift up gently on this mechanism here. It says brake in the lower right hand corner. All you do is to press the brake pedal on the floor, press down on that mechanism to release the emergency brake. And then lastly, brake hold is exactly how it sounds. It allows the vehicle to stay in drive and hold the brake. So I'll demonstrate. In drive, without it, we would drift forward as normal. But if I have brake hold on, I can keep it in drive and take my foot off the brake and rest my foot. We're not going anywhere. Whenever I hit the accelerator, it releases brake hold. And when I come to a complete stop, whether it's right away or hours later, it'll always lock up for me. So as long as I have my seatbelt buckled in the beginning of my travels, I can have brake hold on. You have automatic lights here. You have automatic high beams at night. You have the fog lamps as well, and the auto setting for your automatic rain sensing wipers. I like this little car icon up here. It actually shows me like when my brake lights are on and stuff. It's pretty neat. It's a completely different interface up here than the previous generation. I really like the new design. It has a fresh look to it, and it's exciting. You do have 180 horsepower this year, so a little bit more horsepower than last year. The Touring model with the leather trimmed seats. You have the heated seats, of course, for the driver and the passenger. The leather wrapped steering wheel with the leather wrapped shifter. Everything feels really great in my hands. Real comfortable in the seats too. Here's a prime example of why I would want brake hold. So I'm at a traffic light, I'm in drive, I can rest my foot. You do have the automatic dimming mirror with the Touring model. So this will automatically dim at night. So if you have anybody with their high beams on, you do have the homelink system as well for the garage door openers at home. Map lights up here, of course. Sunglass holder. One touch all the way back for the moonroof. And one touch all the way forward as well. The sunshade, if it was drawn all the way forward and you put the sunroof back, it draws it back automatically for you. Now the stereo system in the new 2022 Civic has the 12 speaker system. It's a Bose speaker. So we're finally getting a brand name stereo system in the Hondas here. So another thing to be excited about. All right, we're gonna take us for get a nice turning radius here. And I'm in the normal mode here. Pretty good acceleration for the Civic. Definitely feels different. It's fun. So I wanted to show you up here in the display, I have the car. It actually is leaning to the right or the left as I drive. This is my lane keep assist system. So when the green lights are on, that indicates that it's ready to operate. And watch, as I start to drift, it'll actually turn orange and indicate, and then actually turn the wheel and keep me centered in the lane. Really cool stuff. It's tough to see on the camera, but you can actually see the Civic going back and forth between the lines. Isn't that cool? So I want to demonstrate the adaptive cruise control. So right now I have my cruise ready, at least it's on. So I have it off and now I have it on. So that indicator indicates that the cruise is ready to go. All I have to do is hit set on the cruise setting. So I'm going to press down, and that's going to set my cruise control. Now it's going to default me to 25 for the low speed follow for adaptive cruise. And I'm actually not braking the vehicle. It's braking automatically. That green indicator with the car in front indicates that the camera has caught this truck in front of me, and it knows it's there. So actually the idle engine shut off just happened. So the vehicle's engine just stopped. And then all I do when I hit the accelerator to get going again, it restarts the engine. So I'll just show you. There we go. and then I just hit the accelerator. Now if I wanted to, I'll hit set on the cruise again, and then I'll increase my cruise speed by holding the button up, and now I have it up to 60 miles an hour. This little indicator up here actually shows vehicles grayed out to the left of me, and I'm sure it would on the right hand side of me if I had a lane on the right hand side. Guys, this new design for Civic is really, really neat. So that car again is indicated in front, and the vehicle is braking automatically, keeping a safe distance. I'll bridge the gap between me and the car in front of me, and it will always keep that safe distance. And then if I got in the fast lane and nobody was in front of me and I was going slower than the cruise speed I had set, it would pop me up to whatever speed I had set automatically. So I'm going to show you the blind spot info system. I have a car coming up on the left hand side. Once it gets to my blind spot, you're going to see this glow orange, and I put my turn signal so you can hear that beep. That'll also beep inside of the cabin for you. Okay, I'm going to try sport. So there we go. Okay. So definitely more pickup in the sport mode. You have 180 horsepower with the 1.5 liter turbo engine with a combined 34 miles per gallon between city and highway driving. It's a fun ride. Everything looks really clean. It's a lot of room in here. The seats are very comfortable. The steering wheel feels great. I know the buttons are different and it might take a little bit getting used to, but it's not hard to learn. I'm kind of learning it on the fly, so to speak, here even. It actually is my first time driving the new 2022 Civic. So this is a genuine Smail, okay? Come in and test drive it. You guys will love it. Really, really cool car. So the warranty is still going to be the same. You have the 3-year, 36,000 mile comprehensive warranty. That's all the internal features, all the bells and whistles, computer systems, everything like that. And you still have the 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty, which is your engine, drivetrain, transmission, all the major driving components. So I'm going to do the backup sensor here. So here's the camera angle view. You have the dynamic guidelines, change color to give you your projected angle in. I wanted to demonstrate the parking sensors in the back here, so I'm going to kind of back close to this, the one behind us here. There it is right there. And the intervals are going to get closer together, so you can hear that beeping. That's the back rear bumper sensors. This second view is more of a concentrated view, and then you have a straight down view. You can back right up against the curb without hitting it. But I just wanted to show you the front sensor as well. Pretty neat, huh? By the way, this is a bird's eye view. So I have the wide angle view, and I'll just change that so you can see it a little bit better. More of a concentrated view. And then the straight down view, I can back right up against the curb without hitting it. And that's the test drive on the new redesigned 2022 Honda Civic Sedan Touring. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please visit us online. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. Visit us online at smailhonda.com or visit me, Justin Thompson, here in Route 30 in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Thanks so much for watching.